Hey everybody, Jewel back again with another super cool astrology video, and today we're concentrating on the part of fortune and what that means and what it means in the birth chart, how it shows up for people. So there's a lot of misconception about what the part of fortune is and how it's used and what it can show us in the birth chart. And Arabic parts, the part of fortune is a part of Arabic parts, and it's something that has really been around for a long time. Ancient astrologers have used different calculated Arabic parts to see different sensitive points in the birth chart for a long, long time. So it's, it's a point in the birth chart where a formula, specific to the part that you're trying to calculate is used, any Arabic part. And so the part of fortune is the ascendant, the sun, and the moon. And these are calculated to show where in the birth chart the three legs of the personality really show up. It's really about the ascendant, the sun, and the moon, how those mix, and where they come up. So, the part of fortune is really about the ease of our personality, the ease of expression that we develop that brings us success. It is not the part of lottery winning, like a lot of people think it is, or the part of awesome good luck. It is not about that. It is about how we attract luck and good fortune to us through how we show up in the world. So, how we express ourselves in a way that makes others take notice. That's a lot about what the part of fortune is about. How we show up in a way that comes off as successful. Abilities and talents they're just a part of us, that come naturally and bring us success because there's something that the world takes notice of, because this is something that is, seen as effortless on our part. So it's, stuff that comes naturally brings up success. I really look at it as the cream of the personality pudding. So it's, the easy parts of our personality that we have no problem expressing or being in the world. That's a lot of what the part of fortune is about. So, and it's a lot about, the kind of personality we develop and show, but the strongest parts of our character are really in that point, wherever it is in the birth chart. Now, the part of fortune is that little circle with the cross in the middle, and it's going to be found, in more the right part, either the lower right part or the upper right part of the birth chart, typically. The quality of our character, where we easily show up in the world, our strong suit in our personalities, that's really the core of the part of fortune. So, and our personalities are really just a construct that we develop over time to, to protect ourselves, to defend our true core selves, which is, of course, not our personality. Our personality is, something that we decide upon, and we develop over time, and we come to identify with this person that we call us. And so, the part of fortune is really the parts of that personality that we develop that other people see and they're like, oh yeah, they've got it going on, I want to contribute to that, or that gets me feeling good about myself, or that gets me energized, or that makes me feel nurtured and good. So it's the part of our personality that other people respond to, and they want to then give us help. They want to give us aid. They want to respond to us in a positive way. So, you know, planets that sit next to the part of fortune have a lot to do with how it shows up. Or, you know, these two are very intertwined. So, you know, the sun with the part of fortune, this is going to be somebody that's very individual. You know, their individual expression is going to be very important to them. Very self-directed, very much their own boss, very much in charge of their own self when we've got the sun here. And these people tend to have a very large type of personality. I mean, they are, they're very well seen. You can't miss these people. Moon with the part of fortune, these are very extremely sensitive people. Even if you've got a lot of other more toughening aspects going on in the chart, Moon with the part of fortune, this is somebody that is extremely, extremely sensitive, and is, you know, painfully sensitive, and builds rapport with others very easily. They bring good things into their lives when they're bringing others along into their own emotional happiness and their own emotional security. So when they're helping, when they're using their moon, this is what brings the good things into their life. Mercury, this is a very intellectually oriented person. You know, more of a kind of a cerebral temperament, known to even be nerdy. Venus with the part of fortune, these people are very charming, often very graceful, have almost a beautiful, suave way about them. Concerned with things that are very personal to themselves, and usually very introverted when we have Venus with the part of fortune. Mars, they tend to be aggressive. They can come off as intimidating. This is a very strong personality when we see this, and they bring good things into their life when they are displaying the positive traits of Mars. Jupiter, these people tend to be very socially successful when we have Jupiter with the part of fortune. Optimistic, very adventurous. You know, this is like Santa Claus himself when we've got Jupiter here with the part of fortune. They are very happy people, and they bring good things to themselves through their generosity. Saturn with the part of fortune. These people are very structure-oriented, their personality. A very structured approach to life. You know, almost a pessimistic way about them. You know, like a strong feeling of fate and personal destiny when we have Saturn with the part of fortune. They are always looking for what it is they are meant to be doing. And security becomes a real issue with their life. And when they are acting magnanimously, when they are acting in a way that is, you know, what do I want to say? Gracious, when they're giving, this is when they bring the good things into their life. So they actually have to stretch a bit when they have somebody with their Saturn with their part of fortune. In order to see the good things coming from their part of fortune, they actually have to go out of their comfort zone in order to really stimulate that part in their chart. Uranus with the part of fortune. These people really create an identity by being punks, by breaking down existing structures. You know, they really exemplify freedom, expanding their world, and especially expanding their relationships through unconventional relating. That really brings them the fortunate things in their life. There can be a lot of windfalls actually when we have Uranus with the part of fortune. It's a more lucky placement, and it's a lot about overcoming like limitations and restrictions placed upon them by their environment. So Neptune with part of fortune, these people tend to have very mystical interests, and we actually see this placement with astrologers pretty commonly. They bring good things into their life when they actually indulge into the good side of Neptune, the positive side of Neptune, which is meaning that we are not existing in delusion and addiction and wish fulfillment. You know, their pursuits are very large-scale humanitarian, and they want to be on a rescue mission a lot of times when we have Neptune here with the part of fortune. So, you know, there's, you know, really social, like the social uplifters of the world. And when they are, you know, behaving in a way that is, you know, geared more towards, you know, the positive things of humankind, when they're really having that that large-scale interest in what's going around them and in the human family, this is when they're really recognized and brings in the really good things into their life. So Pluto, these people can be really talented with politics when we have Pluto with the part of fortune, and an aspect to it and square to it also. Pluto square, Pluto conjunct part of fortune. They are good at wielding their power when it comes to the social sphere and into, you know, stirring things up socially. So when they are a social agitator, this is when they're really recognized for what they can really do. And this can, you know, bring those fortunate things into their lives. You know, social changes, champions of the poor, you know, very concerned with becoming something greater than they are, and seeing the world and helping and stimulating the world to evolve around them. So this was my analysis of the part of fortune and what it really is and how it can work in the birth chart and function in our lives. And please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this, and I will be back with more super cool videos. You can find me on the internet at Truth in Aspect Astrology, and on Facebook at Truth in Aspect Astrology. And I will see you soon, soon, soon. Bye-bye.